No need for a long intro on this one because I'm dying to get the tea. Tonight's a little wild. We're talking blind dates, non-negotiables, and Roxy's matchmaking skills. This is Chemistry Beyond the Kitchen. I'm Amanda.
I'm Emma.
I'm Travis.
Well, let's waste no time. Emma, you went on a blind date.
I did.
How was it?
It was good. I went like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was like what, 2 weeks ago?
You were the guy
2 weeks ago.
on the date.
We've been busy.
Yeah, so I was actually in Miami for 12 days, so it was before that.
And how did we get here?
Oh. So now we're here because my blind date is in this building at the moment. And we are going to talk about how our date went a little bit. You know, you can't spill all the secrets.
How did it go?
I thought it went pretty good.
Okay.
It was a first date. We didn't know who each other were. And
Like, not at all. Like, you didn't know what he looked like. You didn't know his name. Nothing.
No. Roxy just told me that he was like an Italian stallion, which is like the usual. And I was like, all right, I'm down. But that's all I knew. I did spot him from a mile away. But,
Really? You walked
Was
in, you were
obvious.
like him.
well, I was.
That's good.
So I will say,
The only information I know about this blind date, actually, which is hilarious because it actually made me, like, I had a jump scare in my room reading the text message. Emma texted me and she's like, oh my God, your ex-boyfriend just walked in and sat next to me. I said, no goddamn way did they set you up with him. I literally thought, because Roxy asked me about him the day before, like, oh, do you still talk to him? Da, da, da. And I was like, no, literally no way was she itching to set him up with somebody to, like, play a joke.
well, this is
But it was-
That would have been
too.
great.
I was like, literally
oh
like,
my God, I would have died.
Because-
if your ex-boyfriend showed up across from Emma, I would fucking die.
well, he sat right next to you, no?
Yeah, and his roommate. And they're like,
And it
what are you
fakes-
doing here sitting alone at the bar?
And it faked you out? You thought that she set you up with him?
No, I
Thought that because when she texted me, like, Jane just walked in,
Oh, that
or
would have been great.
I guess bleep out his name, sorry, just walked in. I was like, no way, because she just asked about it.
Roxy, first of all, told him to come at 6:30 and me to go at 6. So I was sitting alone for 30 minutes.
It's a long window.
Yeah, I was very
Also,
anxious.
why is she there first?
Well,
Shouldn't the boy be there first?
well, no, right? Like, shouldn't you tell the guy to go at 6 and me to come at 6:30?
What if another guy picked you up while you were sitting there?
Damn.
Well, thank God it wasn't because your ex was
Yeah, I was like, one try.
So. But they were like, what are you doing here? Like, are you waiting for someone? Or I was like, yep, I'm waiting for my blind date. I was like, it's
Did
for
you
a
tell
podcast.
people? Did you tell people that it was a blind date? Like, were you like, oh, well, you know, I'm here for a blind date? Anybody?
Yeah, because I
This
also
guy's
knew the
like-
bartender.
Oh
So
my
I was
God.
like, I'm here. I'm actually waiting for my blind date.
If this guy's like super creepy, like get me out of it, like that would have been a great
I
setup.
didn't
Oh, well,
think
it's
about
a, yeah, it's a
that.
good thing that, like,
you could have protected yourself. What if it was a crazy axe murdering maniac?
Well, I would
At least
hope
you'd be like,
that.
hey, listen, like this guy.
you know, don't
never
know
met
him,
him
so.
before, so keep an eye on me real quick.
I would hope Roxy wouldn't set me up
That's
with
true.
a crazy psycho murderer, but
Well,
No,
no,
okay.
she wouldn't. Well, why did you agree to go on the date?
so it was kind of like a last minute thing. And she told me when we were filming our other podcast, I feel like I agreed for multiple reasons. I'm trying to put myself out there more.
Okay.
Um,
Being a little bold.
yes.
Okay.
So that was like a step that I would have never done that ever. I like literally don't really ever go on dates. So like, you know, whatever. We're
She's
not
told
saying-
me that she's never had a boyfriend,
Yeah.
and I don't know how I feel about that. If that's true or not, ever.
I mean, as from what I know about you through like mutual friends, I've never heard you being with anyone. Like, seriously. Yeah.
Never had a real boyfriend, ever.
like
How could that even be?
I like talked to a guy for like a few months. Like,
And that's it. And you just didn't have boyfriends.
well, he would like try to ask me out, but
It's
like,
like this so craziest thing. Every person I've ever known is like, oh, I've had 300 boyfriends.
well, he
man.
wanted to date me, but he was fucking other girls like on the
well,
low.
that'll do
so why was I
Well,
gonna?
okay.
I mean, I did continue allowing the
Kind of a
behavior.
good thing. That means she's got a standard that she's
That's
holding
great.
up to.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to date someone who.
No. I don't think you're a wild maniac. I'm just asking, like, because like never had a boyfriend. It's crazy. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like
Were you like allowed to date in high school, or is that like a reason why you didn't?
yeah, I had like
Okay.
no rules in high
Yeah,
school. I was
no.
like doing whatever I wanted, but I just feel like I never found someone who like I
You weren't
really
wasting
wanted
time.
to like commit
Okay.
to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I would always be very quick to like throw in the towel if you weren't
Okay,
Up to speed.
good.
weren't there
That's
on
good.
my vibe, you know?
Yeah. Well, what were your expectations going into this date?
I didn't have any.
Okay, good.
So do you think
because-
that's good or bad?
I think not having any expectations is good because then you end up either being like either way if like there's positives that come out of it. Like I had no expectations, so like I was pleased with the date,
Good.
you know? Like, I thought it was a good date.
Yeah. What did you think when he first walked in?
Well,
You
so
said you spotted him.
So I left the bar because I was like, this is fucking BS. I've been waiting for 30 minutes. So I called my sister and I'm like kind of raising my voice outside. I'm like, why am I waiting for 30 minutes? Blah, 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 blah. And then I saw him.
And you're like, never mind, gotta go.
And then he started walking to me and I go, okay, bye, Caroline. I love you. And I put the phone down and I go, oh, so what
Nice of you to show up.
Did you break
I don't really
as soon as he walked?
No, I don't remember what time I
You're
came.
so full
but
of shit. You didn't say a word. You didn't say
no,
anything.
I did. I said,
Told them, oh, look where you been.
I said, I thought you weren't going to show up. Like, I
You said
literally
that?
didn't think. Well, I
Well, I guess
thought
we're
it.
going to find out if it's true. In a
Yeah,
couple
we'll
of
see what he
seconds.
says if you really said that.
Hopefully he'll like back me up, but like, whatever.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I
you
don't
first
know.
saw him.
In
Like,
my
describe
head-
him. What were you thinking? Like, what in the moment were you like, oh, cool, or were you like,
Well, I
You know.
immediately I was like, okay, so they know that like that is like my type on paper.
okay, so she
yeah,
was
so
right.
looks wise, I was like, she really
For the-
nailed it.
For the
Okay,
stat
really did.
sheet, for the stat sheet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
she
yeah.
didn't have a long stat sheet.
I'm not like
Yeah.
I'm picky, but I'm not that picky.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Like
well, so you'd say that he's the type you'd usually go for
yes,
physically.
but I think that's my
Okay.
issue because mainly I feel like we've talked about this before,
yeah,
where looks are really the only thing that I ever look at.
you should go on Love Is Blind.
No,
I could
don't
never.
think that would work
I
for
could
me.
never.
Unless it was Love Is Blind Italy, then we were. That's on Netflix. I'm gonna start
Have
watching
you seen
it.
Love Is Blind?
I've never seen Love Is Blind.
It's like they talk behind a wall and then they get engaged behind a wall and you don't see each other until after you're engaged.
Yeah.
So you fall in love with personality.
Like engaged. Why do they
I
have to
mean,
go that
they
far? Why
don't-
can't they,
they
just
get,
be like,
they can
"All
get
right,
married
yeah,
at
you
the end of the
guys
show. They go to the
Yeah.
altar and they say yes or no.
Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah, I swear
and
to God.
they
And like, what, are
move
these
in
things
together.
real?
They move in together.
You move in together.
Yeah.
Some people are still together, yeah, with children, like married and with kids.
Yeah, they always come back for the reunion.
Yeah, but lately, years and years, it's just
So
been
it's
getting worse and worse.
so it can't possibly be completely random, right?
I think they do like some sort of like screening, obviously beforehand, but honestly, the screening isn't that good because the things that they've been saying after this show are not okay.
well,
Crazy.
one of the girls like said she looked like Megan Fox.
Oh my
and-
gosh, she does though. Like you literally can't say
Okay,
she doesn't.
I can't say that. I feel
Yeah.
like that's not good.
Yeah.
You can cut that part
I
out.
think she
You could
looks
leave
like
it.
Megan
No,
Fox.
she doesn't look like Megan Fox, but she does at the same
I
time.
don't even know who this is, but like I doubt it.
Well,
Yeah, yes. If you saw her,
yeah.
like a Mandy,
I've never seen this
crazy.
other person, but I
But if
doubt
you
she
saw
looks
them
like
next to
Megan
each other, like she has similar features. She's
Got it.
just a little bit.
it's like loosely saying like a girl like me
Yes.
looks like Megan Fox because I have brown hair and blue eyes. You know,
Yes,
like
that's like saying Emma looks like the girl from The Substance.
Demi
Blue,
Moore.
blue eyes, no, the other one. Blue eyes,
Bro,
brown
do we
hair.
have to keep bringing up substance?
That's one that I knew that
I
you would
really
know.
want to get away from that.
Every podcast, we're going to bring up Substance in some way. That's
Or
gonna
like
be our-
Melania Giudice when like I don't look like her.
I don't know who that is, but
Whatever.
either way. So you usually go for his type.
She's pretty though. I just want to clarify.
Did anything about the date surprise you?
Probably like how long. Like we pretty much like talked for like a while,
Okay.
and like I would say we got pretty deep for Emma standards.
Okay.
So
You opened up.
yes,
Good.
and I'm not usually like on first dates. I've been like the first. I actually mentioned this, I think, to him. There was like a first date I went on where like we didn't really get too deep and we were just kind of like,
Emma's talking about other dates on her first date.
well,
But
I
think
explained
that, but
this.
like that should be a
That's
good
okay.
thing. You
But I
know,
was
be
like,
hey,
we had,
snap
like-
out of it. Don't
Yeah.
do this. What did this other idiot do?
Well, I said it was a pleasant surprise because I had like 8 margaritas with that one, and I like toned it back. I was very
Do you
responsible.
think it was easier knowing that like we knew him?
Well, I think I had like I knew that like it wouldn't be like. I knew that if
No
it was
pressure.
someone like you guys, like I probably would get along with him, and it probably would be like a good vibe, like because like I banter with like all of you guys pretty easy.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you guys are all similar to each other,
works.
Yeah.
you know,
That's a good
Yeah.
answer.
You are who you hang out with. So, like,
Exactly.
the vibe is there. All right.
Exactly.
So, was there a memorable moment, good or bad? Like, when you think of the date, what's the one thing you think of?
I get so embarrassed about this. And I told him, please don't answer this. But he literally, I started tearing up because we started talking about my like friends. And I was like, oh, we got to stop talking about this because I don't do that.
You were
Cut
crying.
that out.
You were crying.
No, just like a light tear.
Were you
Like,
drunk?
But why
a
were you
little
crying?
drunk.
Because you were talking about your friends.
It was like a situation,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
like anxiety situation.
Oh, so you were just getting deep.
Yeah,
Okay.
which isn't like me.
I mean, that's
You
good.
started crying?
No, not like
That's
crying.
the
Please
first
don't judge me. My God, this is why. I guess I think about it. I'm so weird.
She's going to cry now. Look at her. She's
I'm literally
stressed.
going to start crying. I'm red. He can't hear this, can he?
Of course he can. Of course he can.
Right. I'm sweating bullets.
Okay.
Mix it.
So that was the bad moment.
That was a really bad moment. And
All
I
right,
would never
last
live
question.
that again.
It's not like you
That's all right.
farted or anything. Like it's like you know.
Farted.
No,
Even if I did.
That would
Well,
have been
that'd be
better.
embarrassing.
I think that would have been better than
worse?
crying on the first date.
You think crying is worse than farting?
I didn't cry.
You can't hold what's on your hand, Travis. Let it rip. Live your life. Okay?
I'm with you, but
You know what? I think I was on my period that week.
Okay,
Just
so
wanna
we'll
clarify.
write it off.
moving on. Yeah,
We'll write it off. So was there a moment when you were like, okay, wait, this is a vibe?
Well, have you ever farted on a first date?
No,
So, I mean, you can't
But-
compare this.
How do you know?
I haven't cried.
That-
How do I know if I ever farted on a first date? Because I've been on
I
like
think-
4 first dates and I haven't farted.
Well, have you
So-
ever gone deep on a first date? I mean, I don't even know if he thought it was deep, but I thought it was deep.
Did you
I
go
mean,
to the
I could talk
bathroom
to
if you have
anybody.
to fart?
I don't have to fart.
Ever? You've never
I mean,
had to fart? Have you ever had to
so-
fart on a date? And then what did you do? What is
Travis,
the
I'm
move?
sure I've had to fart, but
Well,
it's not like I'm
there's
ripping
got to
my-
be something embarrassing that you've done on a date.
I've only ever been on like 4 first dates.
Okay.
So it's like hard. You've
Well,
got girls who like we're not
same.
like
That was
getting
like my
out there.
first
yeah.
date in like a year.
That's why I think it's better that it's you two on this, though. I
Yeah.
think somebody would be saying some crazy shit.
Maybe we need to get someone, but
What, like crazy embarrassing?
Anyway,
like crazy stories. I mean, my crazy stories happen just with random
so
men.
that
I'm
was the,
pretty
but-
tame.
what was the best part?
Yeah.
What was the best?
I don't know. I thought it was like pretty good all around.
Good.
Oh.
That's cool.
Well, we're gonna see what he has to say.
Yeah, we're gonna see if he feels the same way.
All right.
Perfect.
Be nice to me.
Let's see him. His name's Joe, not Joey. I know you guys all probably wish it was. It's not. It's just Joe. Let's see him. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for having me.
Of course. So I guess give us some basics. Who are you? What do you do? What's your vibe?
The basics.
Where are you
like-
from?
Like, what's your?
That's important.
A little, like
Yeah.
a little.
I grew up
Elevator
in New
pitch.
York on Long Island and moved here like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I have my own business and travel. We sell tours and excursions online. Basically, we help like local tour operators sell more tickets. So been doing that since 2018. And then because of COVID, obviously people couldn't travel. And I started a logistics company and sold that last year. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Businessman.
come on.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Come on.
Cool.
Just trying to be like Trav.
Yeah. Right. Big man over here.
You look a lot less stressed.
I don't have kids.
That's true. That's true.
That is true.
So you agreed to a blind date.
I did.
How do you
did.
feel about that?
About the date?
No,
Or,
just about, like,
the
just
whole
about
experience?
agreeing.
Yeah, well, like,
The
what were
blind
you thinking
date.
going into it? Like, were you like nervous or were you like? what
No,
was
I
the-
don't. No, I mean,
He
it was
doesn't
just-
really give me nervous vibes.
No, I don't think I was that nervous on the.
No, you weren't.
There was a funny introduction from. Well, meeting you was very funny for the
Yeah, I
first
want to
night.
hear
Yeah.
your side because she told
Yeah.
us her side, and I want to see if it matches up.
Oh, you already talk shit, damn.
No, I didn't.
Honestly,
Whatever.
it wasn't. Yeah.
No, she was actually pretty
We don't know if we believe her.
pretty
so.
gentle about.
They think I'm
Really?
lying. But I told you.
No, don't speak. Let him
Okay.
say
All
it.
right.
Let's see what he says.
Okay.
So your meeting situation. Yeah. Let's
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, Roxy called me and was like, "Hey, do you want to do this? Like, I know you're recently single." I'm like, "All right, I'll give it a shot. Whatever, you know." It was nice.
Good.
But I pulled up and I saw you like on the phone, just like yeah.
That wasn't
I was like, "Oh God, here we go." But
that
no, it
was
was
real.
yeah, it was. No, it was a good time. It was nice.
And you
Talk-
were 30 minutes late
No, I was not.
on accident.
No, well, that was not my fault. That was Roxy's fault.
It was a
Yeah,
planned.
that's what
Yeah.
I- yeah, that was a planned
Did
one.
you know he was going to be 30 minutes later, or did you think he was?
I thought we were gonna I was gonna walk in and he was gonna be there.
I showed you the text. Roxy was like, "Be there by 6:30." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking shit about you. I was
No, she was
saying
talking shit about Roxy.
About
Yeah.
the plan. The plan.
She would have liked it. She would have liked it to be
Yeah.
done differently.
Because we were like, why wouldn't you be there first?
Yeah.
In normal situations, the man should be there first.
yeah, I agree.
The girl's always
I
fashionable.
mean, I'm punctual, but I was early. I wasn't late.
you were
6:30.
early, but I was extra punctual.
Yeah. Well, I think you just got told a different time.
I did,
Yeah.
but then I was punctual on top of that. So,
Yeah, so she was there for 40 minutes when it should have been 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Well,
All right, well,
but
what was
that
your
doesn't matter.
The wait was worth it, I hear.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
was your first impression of her? I mean, obviously she was flailing her arms around, yelling. So
I just was like, okay, this girl is like gonna be fun to hang out with for sure. What I assumed you were, and just being
It's a good
animated.
icebreaker.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
You were animated on the phone, so it was funny.
I feel like that broke the ice a little bit though, because I was like standing up, I was outside, like you were like,
Yeah,
I was on the
it
phone.
wasn't an awkward like stand up. Do I shake your hand? Do I?
Like, hey, how are
Hey,
you?
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
nice. I don't know. It was
Good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your usual type?
My type?
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't really like a physical type. You're saying?
Yes, if you have one.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Yes.
No, I mean, I'm not like too picky when it comes to that. Like, I think having a pretty face is really important. Looking natural. Yeah, definitely check that box. Natural look is good.
Mhm.
Someone that's fit, that's like healthy, that is,
Somebody who cares about themselves.
yeah, that's a good
yeah.
start.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
to care about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, some people
No, I
don't.
like-
Yeah,
hey,
some people don't.
That's
so.
a decent
But-
requirement. Is
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think obviously physical attraction's like the first thing that you see in somebody,
Mhm.
but it's getting to know them is where I find like myself aligning and
Cool.
if this person's going to be the right one or not.
Awesome. How do you feel about an age gap?
It just depends on the person.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that at the end of the day, like everyone is unique, and so some people that I've met that are 24 are more mature than others. And I'm sure you've met other guys that are my age that are not as mature,
Yeah.
or maybe more mature. Who knows? But I think it all depends on the individual.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's fair. That was the only thing that I was like, I don't know how that
No,
I
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it all depends on
It
the
just
person.
depends on the age gap too. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're talking about 10 years, that might not be a big deal, but like, a 21-year-old when you're in your 30s
Yeah,
is
no.
definitely
definitely
tough.
need to be
We
graduated.
don't really
I
have much
do-
in common. I just use that as a number because
Yeah.
it's like if you say anything younger, you're like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
weirdo.
feel
So,
like there is a little bit of a fine line between someone who like just like graduates college though and is still figuring out their life a
Yeah.
little bit and someone who's like very well off and established.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
And that age doesn't really play in that. It's more of like place in life.
Yeah, it's
So-
place in
Yeah.
life. I think that's what
Well, what's place in life?
like
Place
Oh.
you know,
you
when-
could be
Now we're getting deep.
like like I was a 25-year-old marketing director. So
Yeah.
like that place in life is going to be different than somebody who's 25
Very
and they're
much so.
yeah,
Very much so.
and like, you know, hasn't had like a
entry level position or
even
hasn't
a
had
full-time job
yeah.
yet.
So
I
there's
think also it's important to like have been in a relationship and know what that's like and how you need to interact with
Mhm.
another
I
person.
also agree with that.
Yeah.
That's like something I'm
yeah.
recognizing is important.
yes, and that actually leads into my next question.
There we go.
What is your dating history like? So like you've obviously been in a relationship because you were recently out of one.
Yes.
So would you say that you are are you a relationship guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's for me, I prefer to have like a longer term, deeper relationship with someone as opposed to just hooking up.
Casual.
And is that it? Okay, so was that always like that for you, even when you were like
Yeah.
21, 22?
I dated the first girl that I like got with.
Yeah.
For a couple years. And I was in college and I didn't do the right thing. I just was
Yeah,
inexperienced.
yeah.
And then when I moved here, I dated a girl. And then for a couple years, probably a couple months after, dated another girl. Like,
Are you
I don't
a
know, it's
serial dater? Like do you take breaks
No.
in between?
yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah. Well, especially after like my previous relationship, yeah, I took like about a year to just date, travel, I like did my
Cool.
thing a little bit. Still dating now, but
Yeah.
taking my time.
Yeah.
Roxy said that you weren't going to be on the market long and we had to move fast.
really?
She was like
That's why she wanted us to
wouldn't
go on
let us
that
wait.
date like right away.
Yeah.
Oh,
she said
yeah.
we couldn't wait a week because
Yes.
you were too valuable and you were going to be off the market.
By the time I came back
Yeah.
from Miami, she was like,
So we were like, we better
Really?
get things going
Yeah.
because we need to get her on this date.
I mean, there are some contenders, but nothing that is like
Not that serious right now?
I wouldn't say not that serious. Like, being intentional with who I meet and who I give my energy to. And so I'm not really like, gonna be like, oh, you're hot. Great. Yeah, let's go do it. Like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good on that. I don't really need that.
Are you on dating apps?
Yes and no.
Okay, what does that mean?
Uh-oh.
Further?
Like, no, I use Hinge, but I've like paused it recently just because,
Because you met Emma.
how'd you know?
I know.
No,
Hinge is a scary place. Hinge
Come on,
is-
tell
Hinge
me
can be
why.
Scary. Well, you know the reasons. Like I feel like sometimes when you like message either, like you're not messaging people. It's all fake. It's all for like just looks.
You
Like,
could get a
find-
million likes, but it's like, when are you going to send? Are you going to ask me on a date?
Yes, like if you're
Yeah.
not serious about asking me on a date, then don't message me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
also, I think a
it's like
woman's
a game.
experience is very different than a man's experience
Well, yeah.
on those dating apps.
You probably would be a little bit different than maybe some of the men that are on there
How
I
old?
think
Joe, how
With
old
your intentions. yeah.
33.
with your
33.
intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
23.
23.
Wait, are you really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah.
Learning new things.
Could be a bad thing or a good thing.
I don't think it's bad.
Yeah. So, and I'm 39. So like, this is just, again, we keep going back to this generational stuff. It's like, and it's also stage in your life, right? Like he's at the age where he wants to settle down, have kids, do those things. Like, I'm past that. I'm ready to like, all right, have my kids grow up and my wife and I go and get old and whatever, what I mean?
But none of us are that far apart.
But yeah, I know. That's my point. And then you guys are like, kind of in that stepping, that way too. So, but before you know it, here's the thing. If you don't settle down before you know it, you're my age without that. And then that's a tough spot for anybody.
Totally agree.
So that's the thing with being in those stages of life and like being too picky or being too, I think we said this on one of the other ones, like settling doesn't necessarily mean like just a bad thing. Like sometimes settling is more of a fundamental thing, a settling decision. It's more of a fundamental thing where it's like, okay, this works and it's great. But there is that physical attraction. Might not be perfect, or it might be, they're not funny enough or whatever, but you still have that really good chemistry that once you get to a certain age, you start settling down. And I think that's a important thing to think about, because those stages happen fast. So like before you guys know it, you're going to be in his stage where he's not like, freaking out just yet, but like in another 5, 6, 7 years, this is just, we're being honest. 5, 6, 7 years, you're going to be near your 40s and you're going to be like, oh my God, if this weren't to happen, which I know it will, but
so,
like, it's.
Well, I don't know if it will or won't, but I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
I think that choosing the right person, not necessarily settling. Like I believe that like being in a relationship, it's okay. What do you tolerate with this person? What can you tolerate? For example, my brother, his fiance, they're not like the tidiest in their house. I wouldn't be able to do that. But my brother and Sarah, like they are cool with that. Like they can tolerate that with each other. I know that's like a weird quirk, but like, yeah, I think. Also, too, you said something about chemistry, which I think is obviously important, but that's what I've come to find, like, say, about my previous relationship. Great connection, great chemistry, not compatible. And I think over the long term, that's what you need to be, is compatible.
Also, another thing, like, people change over time. So, like, that person that you got to remember this. When you settle or pick that person, like, that person's going to be different in 5 years. They're going to be more different in 5 years from there, and 5 years and 5 years and 5 years. And that's just the way it works. And people, even if it's just little changes, little things, but those are changes. And you're not marrying the same person on day one as you do, 20 years from now. Now, a lot of old school people, you see those people that they're 95 years old and they're still holding hands, and every single morning they pour each other coffee, and like those, that with the modern world, those days are over. So it's like, it's hard to.
It's rare,
But that's where the question is that.
Yeah, not over, it's rare, right?
Do you keep looking for better? Is that the situation?
I don't think it's necessarily looking for better.
You need to evolve with your partner.
Yeah. I mean, you have to evolve. That's just life. Yeah. But say, okay, looking for better. I'll tell about like my own personal experience. If someone's going to be dishonest to you, I don't care what it is. Like that person's not going to be compatible.
Yeah.
And so what I think works over the long term is, okay, if we can have the same morals and the same values and those things can align, if our things change over time, sure. But if we have that respect from day one and we can trust each other, I mean, that's a very good start.
At least there's a baseline there. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think when you talk about dating apps, I think that's partially the issue.
I agree.
Which is like, I have this illusion of options. I can go on or even not even a dating app. I mean, Instagram is
social
like a low
media
key.
is just as bad.
It's not even low key. Like that's a lot of people. You know what I mean? That's how people that aren't on the apps. So, not on those apps. That's because they're doing it everywhere else. It's not even social media. It's just like every facet.
Could also be in person too.
So it's like X, Twitter, whatever it is. Like, I mean, those things are, people use them for whatever they want to use them for. So, it's crazy. Yeah. But.
Well, I've heard you have a lot of standards.
Who doesn't?
And I have a list.
Oh, God.
I have a list of standards that you have said that you're interested in.
Yeah. This is the list that we...
So, all right. So let's just, hold on. Let's just preface this. Roxy, like, we had a conversation and she was just like, I was talking freely. So I did not know this would be right now, but we can talk about all of it. And actually sent her more.
I just have a couple questions. Well,
we will.
Did she send you the other ones that I gave you?
This is the list of your non-negotiables that I was given. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a 4-page scroll.
You like that?
You typed them up?
Oh yeah,
This is a
ChatGPT helped me with that shit.
Okay, that makes me feel better that it's ChatGPT, but a 4-page scroll. So I just have
Yeah.
a couple questions on them
Absolutely.
that I'd like to discuss.
Talk.
So for the first one, baseline standards, not preferences. These are principles of yours. So this is like 100% need to have.
Sure.
You have emotional honesty. You don't tolerate manipulation, deflection, or dishonesty, especially when confronted with hard truths. I agree
I'm with you on
with
that
that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's cool. But then
So far, you're good. So far, you're
so
good.
far,
So, okay.
So
Get
far,
it.
you're not out of
We
line.
have a lot more.
One-
They're
Yeah.
making it seem like there's a laundry list, and I can't wait to see which
I honestly,
Yeah,
I
let's-
did not
let's
read through
debate
each and every one of these because there's a lot.
And I will say this is like a growing list, or like this is editable.
Okay.
So
That was
Not
a good part of the
concrete.
question.
yeah, this
But some
yeah.
of them are. You know,
Yeah.
morals and ethics and those
This
things.
might help me actually refine it. So yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
that.
So you
I
said
think you
somewhere
should
in here
refine them.
emotional maturity. So I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you, what is like your definition of emotional maturity to your standards?
Look, I think men and women are obviously very different. And I respect that women are more in tune with their emotions, usually.
Mhm.
They also have certain things during certain times of the month, which allow them to kind of explore those emotions a little bit more freely.
Yes.
And I respect that. However, using your emotions to control maybe a relationship,
Or manipulate
Or-
a situation.
or like use it as an excuse to say, well, I'm just a girl, so I can act this certain
The
way.
excuse is even worse than the manipulation. Just
Yeah.
Because now you're just admitting you're wrong and you know
Yeah.
it, and you're just like, oh, well, that's just the way I am. Like,
Look, I talked to my therapist about this, okay? I think that he calls it like the ABC method, but like A is an input. So, I don't know, you get cut off in traffic. C is your response. You might flip that person off, whatever. That B in the middle is how you think about the input.
Mhm.
And so I think a
Oh,
lot of people,
okay.
they overlook that B and they just say, oh, this person didn't open the door for me. Okay, I'm going to be rude to them, or I'm just going to be standoffish. And it's like, well, why are you choosing to think that way? And I think a mature person looks at that thought or that input and says, okay, how do I want to respond to this?
Before reacting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's when I talk about emotional maturity, I think that's what I mean.
Okay, good. I was thinking that you were going to say something. I was judging you before I got here, obviously.
what did
because
you
I was
think I
reading
meant?
these.
my emotional maturity thing is like, if you can't get over something that's reasonable in
Yeah.
a normal amount of time,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like big for me. It's like,
Yeah.
I understand, okay, I screwed up in this particular thing,
Mhm.
and I get it, there needs to be repercussions,
Yeah.
but there's a punishment to every crime.
Mhm.
And I think that's, for me, like when people go over the deep end for certain things or whatever, or an extended period of time, there's just like, you're just causing havoc for no reason at this point. And
Mhm.
it's not productive in any certain type of way. And you know it, and you're still doing it because obviously you know it, because it's not fixing anything.
Yeah.
It's just drawing it out. You're making more and more and more and more. So for me, it's like that whole thing is like super important. If you can get over something that's reasonable, I'm not talking about major things. And, you know, and it goes with that ABC theory. It's like, you know, it's the same, you know, I'm sure it's part of a lot of different things. But in this particular thing, like my thing is like, you know, my wife and I, if we get in a fight and she like, the longer that she's mad, the less I care.
Yeah.
Because I know that I didn't do anything that resulted.
You're like, at this
that
point, like in
warrants
the
this.
grand scheme of life,
And then
it doesn't
she'll
matter.
know
Yeah.
that I don't care, because she'll realize how ridiculous the whole situation is by that
Yeah.
point, and be like, okay, that means she's, even though she took it to that point, it's not, she doesn't beat it to death to get her way.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, she has her days, you know, and I married a nice young Puerto Rican woman. And like I said, things change
Yeah.
over time, and, you know, she's wonderful and she does a lot of great things. But sometimes she can have a temper, and within that temper, as we evolved
Mhm.
in our relationship, she's
Figured it out.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
she's managed that to the point where nobody has to suffer.
Yeah.
Including
That's
herself.
That's
I'd like to
good.
add to that too, because, you know, being in business, right? Like, shit's going to happen. You know that. Like, that's just part of this game.
Yeah.
And the same thing in a relationship. Like, things are going to happen.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's communicate about it. Let's figure out how we can move forward, and then we move on.
Yeah.
If you get stuck on, oh, they didn't deliver the mozzarella, and now I'm going to be fucking pissed for like 2 weeks, like, what are we talking about? You fix the problem, you move on.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in life.
Yeah.
We're
it's
going to
very
Restaurant Depot.
We're going to
Yeah.
Depot.
Whatever it is.
Gotta make
Somebody
a
go to
change.
Depot. Somebody get the fucking Depot quick. We only have one box left.
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's big for me with emotional maturity. It's just like you said, things are going to happen. Like, are we strong enough? You know how strong your relationship is when, things just bounce off you. You know what I mean? And, you have that other person there to support you versus those issues. So I just don't want to
Find the
interrogate the
right
guy. I want
English.
to
No,
No, I'm not.
it's just-
But these are all
couple.
like
Yeah,
very
opens up
reasonable,
conversation,
like
yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
non-negotiables.
It sounds like communication is just top priority because a lot of these, honestly, can just be fixed by communication. So as long as your communication style is clear and upfront, then
Yeah.
and the other person is willing to
Well-
reciprocate in conversation, then
Yeah.
issues would kind of relax.
I mean, communication's, I think, broad, right? Like, you should be honest with your communication.
Yes.
Listening is part of communication,
Yep.
which some people struggle with. No, I didn't even look at you like that. Like,
Sorry.
that was just,
We all
happen to
But I
laugh
struggle
at
with
it.
it.
We all
I struggle
get
with it.
to-
See,
we all do.
but I will admit that I struggle and I tend to overtalk and talk over people.
Mhm.
But I do sometimes think that's maybe more of a nervous thing.
That's what I assumed when we were
Yeah.
on our date.
Like that's more of like a thing. Like I like to fill silence right now,
Yep,
I hear you.
perfect.
you know. But
Yeah, I cut people off all the time, but it's just because
Yeah.
I like to get my point out, or it makes me think of something and I don't want to forget it, and I just speak it. But I also I can
That
listen
too.
to you on the side and take everything you said in as well, and then bring it right back out. And you'll be like, "How did you even know I said that?"
Huh,
I'm double
good for you.
time.
Like a
I got
wizard.
both. I know. Isn't that crazy?
What's the next thing that he hates about women?
Ugh.
The hate list. This is like standard. Like, geez.
There's just have you been? You don't have to dive into this, but from what I'm seeing, like you've gone through some sort of mistrust in the past that's made you.
Yeah,
Really-
that's like a recent response to what I just experienced.
Okay.
So this is like, okay, if I'm going to really truly dial in on what I'm looking for in another person, like based off of that previous experience, then yeah, that's a lot of that points to that.
Okay. And one of these
Sure.
things is secure attachment style. Are you familiar with attachment styles?
I am not
Okay.
Oh,
familiar with
that-
any of those things.
that's a
Yes.
good one.
So
I'm
secure
sure I know
attachment
about it
style
in a different version. That's
Girls
more
love
for
this shit.
old
is
people,
something
yeah.
that you're interested in, of course.
You probably do know what it is. You just don't know.
Yeah, you just don't
I just don't know that
It's popular right now.
It
It's
is
just
popular.
And everyone that's talking about it, no one knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
please, dude.
So my
Yeah, but
question.
please enlighten me.
My question on that, I'm not going to dive
You-
into
you
what's
have-
right. Yeah. I'm not going to dive into what's right and what's wrong. I'm just saying you're looking for somebody with a secure attachment style. Do you understand that that's also a response to the way that you make them feel? Being somebody with a very avoidant attachment style, I feel that way because I feel I'm not correctly being met with my needs in a relationship.
Hmm.
So if you're somebody who's correctly meeting my needs, I'll be very secure. If
So-
you're somebody who listens to me when I'm trying to tell you what's wrong, I'll be great. But if somebody's not meeting your needs, which I guess would be why you would leave them, obviously. But if somebody's not meeting my needs in a relationship of what I need to feel secure, of course I'm not going to
So
have a
you're
secure
like
attachment
somebody
style.
that wants to be chased. Is that what that means? You're
No.
Secure attachment style would just mean like you're not in a conversation or when problems come up. For me, if a problem comes up or something makes you uncomfortable, I'd rather just put my phone away, sit by myself, be alone. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. I want to deal with it on my own. I'm avoidant. I want to avoid the world. So I'm going to deal with it by myself. I'm not going to... An anxious attachment style is somebody who's like,
What's
I need to
Yeah.
verify things with you. I need to text you. I need to know that you're okay. Like I need to reach out. I need to reach out. I need to reach out.
Right.
Whereas I'm like,
I know
I'd
these
rather
types
be
of
left
people. But
alone.
I've just never heard of.
Yeah. So secure would be you're
Just
secure.
Interpreted in this way.
Yeah.
What's the secure one? Like I got this. I'm the man, and I can.
Secure,
handle
I
this?
would just say was healthy and stable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct me. I could be wrong if you know more
I'm
about
not
it.
an expert in this.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not an expert either, but I would say
But-
it's when you're healthy.
Yeah, I would say that would be my question to you is that when you say you're looking for a secure attachment style, are you looking for somebody who just is, I consider myself to be very independent. I do things on my own. I don't need anyone. So I'm secure in myself. But in a relationship, I'm avoidant because my needs aren't met. I don't know if I'm making a question out of that. Do you understand that to get in a secure attachment style, you need to be meeting needs?
Sure. I don't know enough about it to really be like, yeah, this is what it is. But I don't know. We just talked about communication. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna avoid a conversation with someone, how are you gonna grow? How are you gonna
Fair.
get what you want if you don't talk about it?
You're right. That's something I should work on.
A hard conversation.
You don't-
Yeah.
I
look,
should work on.
I'll never
Me
shit on
too.
somebody else, but that's
I mean, there's
Yeah.
and these are in all different things. Like you said, business. Like these are management styles, things like that. If somebody doesn't come to work and they don't say nothing to them, and then all of a sudden they do, and then you go and you rip their head off. Both of them aren't right.
Yeah.
Like so. Then you can go in the middle and say, hey, man, just fucking call me next time and let me know what's going on versus, not showing up and leaving us hanging or whatever. So, and again, which communication is the best one? The one in the middle where you're being direct, but you're also like understanding that things
Other
happen.
people are humans.
So,
Yeah.
I mean.
You could look at anxious as almost being like micromanaging. Probably. I don't know.
Yep.
Should consult.
You need to know everything all the time.
Yes, like you need to be. Yeah.
I mean, that's really my only questions on this, but.
Really? That list is long. That's
I know
all you
it
got.
is long.
Yeah, I know. You guys are talking about
time
45 minutes.
go.
Wait, you guys are really talking a lot of shit, and then I come in the room and you're like, shy.
Yeah,
no, but now I do have something I want to talk
she
shit
said
about.
she came to you and was like, why are you 30 minutes late? I'm like, we'll see what he says. When
Okay, I didn't say that. I was just like talking about it. You know, like
Which actually, perfect segue. The 30 minutes late is because of Roxy's awful day planning skills.
I feel like she didn't really plan it.
Where did you guys go? What did you do?
Okay, so Roxy messaged me and said, "Hey, I want to, we have this podcast. I want to set you up on this date." I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'll go, whatever." And then she wanted to put us on some fucking boat, and this. I'm like,
I told her,
Roxy.
I told her.
She's like, "I haven't planned a first date in a while." I'm like, "All right, great. Like, let me handle it then. I don't know this person. Like, what if I don't like them? I'm going to sit on a boat with them
That's
for 2
what
hours."
I said.
Like, that's crazy.
that would have
And then
been.
she was talking about like the little ones. You'd be like sitting next to each other. Weird. I'm like, what is she thinking?
I was like,
Like
look,
a paddle boat? Like a.
Yeah. Well, at first it wasn't that, but that was her second choice. I'm like, Rox, you're gonna put them out on this little fucking paddle boat? Like, are you kidding me? Have you never met these people before? Like, this is crazy.
Also, just not something you would want to do. Ever.
No, I was wearing heels.
Oh my god!
on a blind no, and then she wanted us to do like you should go to a workout class, but we won't tell you who the other person is. And I was like, so what the hell? I'm just gonna work out and not know who I'm like.
You're like looking at every girl like
she racks her brain and thinks of all these different things that could like tie in with the podcast.
Yeah,
and it's like that'll never work, Rox. And then she'll be like, "Oh, what about this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, forget it. Just try it." And then
she's trying.
No, she does good, but like she's putting it in her brain to think about it. She's trying to figure it out, but
I think like a first date situation, it's got to be casual. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't take a girl out to dinner. Like, I personally don't even like to drink, but a drink sometimes will open up the door to like, people being comfortable. Coffee is great. Go get a juice and go walk through Hyde Park or go on the Bay Shore.
I would
you would have liked
actually
that.
add, yes.
Yeah.
Also add like a light lunch. I don't think like a little daytime like
Nah,
snack.
lunch.
I wouldn't eat on a date with a girl. Because if I don't like you, what are we
give
talking
us your first date, like your ideal first
Yeah,
date. This is something we discuss often. It's
Yeah.
like, what is your ideal first date?
As little
Joe
first dates as
so
possible.
just so you know, Joey cooks them dinner.
Yep.
So
Oh, really?
yeah, he's a wild.
Yes, and then takes them for ice cream.
DSD,
after.
yeah.
And then-
Dinner,
Ice
sunset,
cream's
dessert.
going- Look,
And a
something that's
sunset.
like a casual setting that you can get to know that person. That's low pressure. I don't think sitting across from someone is good
I agree with
because
that.
it's too primitively like it's
Yeah.
like we're confronting each other.
Also, it's like we don't really know each other. Like we're just gonna be like shooting questions back
Yeah.
and forth to each other, or like I don't know,
An
I'd rather
interview.
Just be like, yeah.
So ice cream's good though. Ice cream's a good one. Joe did the ice cream, but he also did the dinner cook.
And the sunset.
And
so
the
the whole
sunset.
thing in one.
Sunset's
Sunset's
date.
cool.
Sunset and ice cream might be a nice combo.
See, but I
Yeah.
feel like sunset would have to be paired with
But isn't that a
one.
little bit too intimate for a first date? That's not opening up. That's like your love.
I feel like that would be like a second.
Well, maybe it's
Or
allowing
fourth.
for romance to blossom.
Open the door.
Okay.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
setting, you could allow things to.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's the answer. Ice cream, a drink maybe. That's it. That's all that's left. Ice cream and a drink. That's how you get on your first date.
Juice. It depends also like if you're building like rapport with someone, you know that you both like to work out. Like, all right, let's go go to camp. Let's go do this. Like,
Let's go cold plunge.
could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want something more like when the sun's up.
For a first one.
It doesn't. No, that doesn't necessarily
No?
matter. Because look, say you're talking with someone and they are working during the week. Like, okay, well, we can't just go get coffee at noon. Like,
Yeah.
all right, so you're busy. Let's meet up on a Thursday and get a drink.
Yeah.
Like that. I'll do that, but never dinner. Like, sorry.
What is something you're looking to find out at a first date? Like what quickly weeds people out for you?
I don't even meet somebody if I don't think that we have similar values about things.
Are you talking to them before the first date?
Well, yeah, how else?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, except
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
So not all the time.
Yeah,
Like casually
No.
texting back and forth, but not like texting all the time.
No, I'm not like a big texter.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get to know somebody that way. I think that, I mean, okay, say you match with someone on a dating app.
Mhm.
Like, do you want to know like my strategy?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Like, okay. Is that a subject for this podcast? Okay.
Yeah.
We've actually talked about like we've gone into depth about that before.
Yeah. I mean, you could even start deeper of like what you actually put on your profile. That is where you weed a lot of people out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to meet a girl that's trying to party. If you have pictures of you with drinks in your hand, I'm not doing it. If you have your Instagram in
Drinks
your
in the hand at all, like even if you're just having dinner or a glass of wine,
that's something different.
but it's not out.
But if you're like out
Like,
with
at
your
a
You
girl
don't
club,
want them out
and
at the
you're like-
club.
yeah, like if I see a brick wall at 511, like I'm not going out with you. Like I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Like I don't
Especially
hang
a
out in those
table.
places. So I'm not going to want to be with someone that also goes to those places. Like that's just not my
people
vibe.
go where they want it to be attracted to people that go to those same types of places.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Although I do like a lot of I do things where I don't see many women. So being on something like a dating app is helpful for me. I play hockey. I go to the gym. Like where I go is not really like there aren't so many girls around. So it's like
Mhm.
have to meet a girl somewhere else.
So yeah, you're having a casual conversation beforehand, then you're asking them on a date.
Yeah.
On the date,
Yeah.
what's giving? Like, how do you? Is it just vibe? Like
I think that's
Travis
a good
hates
place.
the word vibe. Chemistry.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. You know, like I don't know. I don't really break it down in my head. Like kind of let the conversation flow. Like okay, let's talk about our date.
Okay.
It was a while ago, so I don't
Yeah.
really remember too much of it. Although you did cry.
Oh,
oh, she mentioned crying.
she did mention that.
She said that.
But
one.
it was like good.
Was that
tears,
a first
though.
no, I
time
feel like
for you?
the way we were talking about it, like they said it was embarrassing, but I was like the way we were
wasn't
talking
You said it was
about
embarrassing.
I didn't say
actually.
it was embarrassing. I said if you farted, it would have been more embarrassing. So that's not what happened.
Wait,
at all.
can you remind me of why that happened?
I think
You're
we
talking
were
about like a friend or something.
So actually, like
So she was
Are you
honest
gonna cry
about
if
this.
you talk
She
about
told- she
no,
said
but I
this
really
whole
don't want to
story
like talk
before.
about it. Like
Oh, so yeah, don't go in
they
depth. But
listen.
yeah.
So, like
Okay,
Okay.
something was going on
A
with
friend
a friend, and it made
conversation.
you upset.
it was a friend
Yeah.
conversation, but it's been like in the works and like
To emotion.
yes, because like
Okay.
I could literally like talk about it forever,
Yeah.
but that's some personal things that.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, where were we going
No,
with that?
but something we were discussing brought that up, and then
Yes.
something I said to you, and you were like, you got a little teary eyed about it. But that's okay. Look. I think being vulnerable is important.
Yeah,
Like,
And
what
I
are we
think-
talking about?
Yeah, that's more normal than if
And I
it was
think-
something that would move you to emotion and you're just cold blooded and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I was like, I don't care about that.
If you sat there sobbing, like crying, then that would have been a different story.
No, but it wasn't.
Mascara
Like,
all over
it wasn't
the
like
face.
crazy.
yeah, like ugly
You're sitting there
crying.
like, damn, how do I get her home? Yeah.
I'm like bawling my eyes out. We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to go home. He's probably like, you can walk. You can walk home.
But so yes, as
Yeah,
far as like
so your
subjects for dating, like I'm not really. I kind of go with the flow and see where things go, and but also like I'm trying to figure out, okay, what does this person spend their time on?
Mhm.
What do they care about? What are things that they're interested in? What are things they're not interested in?
Is the kids thing a factor?
What's that?
Like, do you want
Like
somebody that
having
wants
kids.
to have kids, or
Yeah, like that's. I think
just out of curiosity?
naturally I kind of lead conversation, so like to those places. But I've found. I mean, yeah, I want that. So like, I'm not trying to date somebody that's not interested in having.
So if
kids.
you like fall for somebody and they're like, well,
I wouldn't
just
even
don't
get there.
Yeah.
Like at least where I'm at right now, I'm trying to be way more discerning. Like
yeah, I get you.
I'm not. I went on a date with a girl who hooked up with one of my friends that I
Mhm.
found out about after, and she was nice. She was cool. Like I like.
yeah.
And I think, depending on the guy, like they wouldn't care about that. But the way I looked at it is, okay, if I end up falling and getting feelings
Yeah.
for this girl, say we do, end up having a relationship, it's weird in my mind that like one of my close friends was also with my girl. Like,
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like, that's just not my
I'm
game.
with you.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I get that.
agree.
I'm
I
with
agree
you.
with that.
It's like
too.
everything that you have,
And you know
somebody's
what?
had
Some
that,
people
yeah.
are like, "Oh, that's insecure." That's not insecure.
Like
That's
you're
being
sharing.
that's being a grown man and thinking of it like, okay, this is just our instinct, and this is the way it is. Like I'm the same way. I don't think I'm like a jealous person, but like that's the last thing I would want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Also, I look at it as respect for my friend. Like, if it wasn't someone look, for me to expect the girl that I'm with to not be with somebody else would be absolutely
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
But if they were with someone that I know and care about and like I'm very close with, nah, like I'm
Yeah.
just not gonna.
I'm with you.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm with you.
That's fair.
Would you do that?
Would I be with
Would you
somebody
date
that
somebody that was like dating?
not somebody that
One of your
was
friends?
dating one of my friends? I think that if I were to be with somebody who has
Gone.
been with a friend, I think it would have to be like years away. Like, so like that's a whole nother life for
But
them.
you wouldn't care in the future. Just like, it was
Like,
10
I
years,
feel
say
like
10 years ago.
It would be okay if, like, say, because this has happened to me before, but like I was already like, it was like a year later and I was like moved on and like
Yeah, that's what I'm
kinda
saying. It would
with
have to
someone
be
else.
somebody who was like another lifetime from
Yeah.
when.
So
Did
I
you stop
told her-
being that person's friend?
She also asked me
No.
before. It was like a weird thing, but I was like, go
well,
for
that's
it.
good that they,
You know.
yeah.
And that's why I was like, at least like you asked me.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't,
sounds
I
nice.
probably would have been like, that was a little sneaky.
Yeah.
Like, why
Also
didn't you do
depends on
that?
the type of situation. Like if it was somebody my friend's dating right now and 2 years from now, they broke up, then I probably wouldn't because we're at a different stage of life where things were probably more serious. But somebody my friend got with in high school, like Right.
Yeah. Also, it's like how
Hey, you're a
like
woman.
I feel like it depends on how
things are
serious
different. Like
it
emotions
is.
are different now.
I don't think that way. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, high school. But like,
But if my friend was dating somebody that I was with, I'd probably be jealous.
It'd more be jealous though.
Yeah,
I'd
not
more be
jealous.
like-
I'd more be like, really?
Yeah, be like,
and you'd
oh,
call
why
her a
didn't it
bitch
work
the
out?
rest of her life.
No,
Every
I
day for the
wouldn't.
rest of her
No, I
life, you'd
wouldn't.
call her a bitch. So
No, I wouldn't.
let's call it what it is.
A bitch on the low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm thinking about it in the back of my head for sure.
Say you're one of your friends is, I don't know, with someone, and then like you end up dating that girl years down the line or whatever. Could you really trust that guy? You know, like you liked my girl.
Well,
while I
that's
was
saying
dating
a
her?
lot
Like,
Makes you
about
not like her now.
Him.
I would say that's
Yeah.
saying a lot about
Yeah.
maybe not you, but that's saying a lot about men in general,
what?
Oh yeah.
right? And to me,
I-
like that you.
But I
think
also
that
feel
men
like
would, that's-
guys-
a guy would do that. Like I don't think one of my girlfriends who was with somebody years ago, and if I started dating them, I don't think they would try to get with them.
Are you saying
Again.
like, can you trust the guy who the girl ended up with, or can you trust the guy who like was?
Say
with
I'm
her
in a
before?
relationship with a girl, and then we break up, and then however much time into the future, one of my friends then dates her.
So you're talking about like, how can you trust him?
She was clearly attracted
Yeah.
before that.
Right.
They're clearly
Yeah.
I
don't know.
that's not what I was. I
Mhm.
thought you were thinking like, how could they trust you now?
like
being
if they
around?
would hook up
Oh, no,
or
no.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like
That's what I thought.
How
that-
could
yeah?
how could you believe that there was no attraction before if they're with them now? Like
Yeah.
why now versus then? Like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
I mean, I do think maybe it was like attraction, but
Guys
would
are
never
different
act on it
situations. Guys
out
are
of
different.
respect.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think there's a lot of pride in men, and like that's how they're wired. And
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
think it's our
interesting that
fault.
you say that.
Yeah.
But
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it's our fault. I think that's just the way men are wired. I just think they're wired differently.
Yeah, they are.
I could be wrong.
it's hard for me to speak on men's morals with the experience
Well,
I
I'm
have
not
with
even
men.
talking really
in terms
necessarily.
of that, I was gonna say it's
I don't
crazy.
think it's a question of morals. I think it's just
Instinct.
instinctual.
I know they don't know what we're talking about.
I'm
but I
just
feel like-
thinking like in terms of
I know
being
exactly what you're.
like, oh, that's my girl, and I
I
want
know
nobody else to have my girl. And then-
precisely.
Well,
exactly.
okay, look, as a man, okay, what is my job in my relationship? Okay, it's to provide, it's to create a secure environment. It's not necessarily possession, but I'm protecting. And so if a girl is going to then do something shady or be with a guy that I know or whatever, like it's the instinct of the man to be like, I've always come to the relationship this way. So now if this is how you're going to behave, I don't know, it's just like a weird I don't know. I don't know how to describe it other than it just being
Yeah, I was saying,
instinctual.
it's hard for me to put my thoughts into words as well on the situation because I'm thinking like, yes, you think that way, but maybe I don't know you, but I know no doubt in my mind a man would go get with his friend's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend.
I totally see. That's
That's
how I
what
would
I'm
think
thinking.
too.
That's
Yeah,
not a
that's-
good friend though.
Yeah, that's not all friends. That's not all
No.
friends. That's not all guys. That's
I
not.
do
But
feel like a lot of the
I do
guys
A lot-
didn't
a lot
care
of
though.
them,
I do
yeah.
think that
They would just
guys
be like,
would
whatever.
do it before a girl would do it. And I think that's what I mean by wired differently. I think that
Well, yeah,
that
is.
if there is no like real, and I don't want to say like guy code or anything, but like if you're like, you know, you don't have to be best friends with the person, but like if you don't really give a shit about that person, you'll do it. If you care about them at all, even a little bit, you wouldn't. And that's just
Okay.
I can tell a story to relate this because this is why I broke up with my ex. She was, and I don't know if you guys have discussed like guys and girls being friends on this podcast, but
A little
we
bit.
do.
Like,
Yeah,
a
we do
little.
all
Yeah.
the time. Obviously, it's one of those topics.
yeah. And so I had explained to her like, this person isn't my friend. Like we know each other, but I'm not friends with them. That person does not give a fuck that we are in a relationship. That's just how men are. If a girl is going to open the door to
Yes.
a man and he doesn't really know you, then it's free game. And I think more.
And in his mind, he's thinking, well, if you're doing this, you clearly don't care about your man.
Exactly.
And what was the relationship between her and this guy? She was just texting him, friendly?
Like, how close would they hang out by themselves? Like, just them?
So,
because I think that would be a little
That's
weird.
important, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Do you guys want to know the details of it?
If
or,
you're
like,
comfortable sharing the
touch
details.
on them.
I mean, whatever. I don't give a shit at this point. No, I had found that there was communication with another person that we knew, and they were like working out together, doing things after the workout together, weren't communicating. She wasn't communicating with me about the extent of the relationship. She had lied to him about certain things that her and I were doing together. It just seemed like she was leaving the door open.
For him.
That's like a double life, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and then
I
also,
feel like
you know,
that's
when I
more not just
confronted
them
her,
being friends. I feel like that's...
right. And when I confronted her, that was kind of the reasoning. Her reasoning was, oh, we're just friends, and he knows that we're in a relationship. I'm like, you don't understand how men work then, because he does not care that you and I are together, and you're leaving the door open for him. So
you agree that men can't have girlfriends? That they don't want to, or they don't have interest in?
Okay, so yes and no. If there's utility in your friendship, and I was actually talking to my mom about this today. So someone that I had dated that you know, her and I had been friends for like a year before her and I dated. There was no, like, she was in a relationship, I was in a relationship. There was utility to our, call it, friendship.
What do you mean by utility?
Like, we did work together.
Okay.
So, like, I helped her with work. She helped connect me with people with work. Like, there was utility in us being friends, not just, oh, we're going to go work out and we're going to be, have no utility.
Want to grab a cup of coffee after we go to the gym.
Right.
If like a break, bro.
Yeah. What are we talking about? And so it was like, you know, there was utility there. And I never crossed the line with her because I respected her and I respected her relationship and also the relationship I was in. We both kind of had broken up with our people at the time. And then it was just like, oh, we're comfortable with each other. Like, we get along really well. Like, why don't we try that? And then, yeah, that kind of worked out. But I don't think men and women can be friends, like, in the sense that, oh, we're going to hang out. Because what are you offering?
What are you hanging out for?
Yeah. What are we doing? I don't.
I agree.
Yeah. And I look at it like this. Like, I would never, if I had a guy friend, say me and Trav are hanging out. If you and I were dating, you said you can't hang out with Trav because whatever. I'd be like, no, Trav's my boy. Like, what are we talking about? Like, no, I'm not gonna not hang out with my friends because of you. However, if Trav was a girl and you were like, oh no, I don't want you going to dinner with Trav tonight.
No,
I would respect that. Why? Because I get what is
There's
this showing?
Dynamic in that situation.
Yes, because I feel like what are
emotions
you guys
are different,
really talking about? That
I don't have many things in common with a girl.
Yes,
me neither.
Exactly.
Like literally zero. So like, if so like my wife, if I was like, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with fucking whoever, or we're going to get coffee together, she'd be like, how about I cut your fucking head off?
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be like, I don't whether she's nice
badass.
or not.
And she would.
Yeah, she would. So be careful.
And she might do it.
I gotta take some lessons from that girl.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, and this isn't just like, you know, we are wired differently as a species and the way we operate.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of our.
Well, men are okay, this is maybe a lesson for you guys.
Okay.
Any man that says he's just being friends with you is lying to you.
Exactly. That was what I was asking. Yeah.
Yes.
There's always an ulterior motive, unless there's some utility, like I said. Unless it's like, oh, like, okay, he's, you know, your friend on the podcast. Like, okay, we're going to go and hang out. And we're going to do this podcast thing. And like, that's it. Okay.
And then you leave and go separate ways.
Right. This isn't like we're messaging each other
afterwards together.
Alone without the rest of the group.
Without the rest of the group, then it's.
Yeah.
Especially if you have, like, if you're single, do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're not, that's where
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women, they fantasize this idea that, oh, I can be friends with men because you don't look at relationships the same as men do. Yeah. It just never leads to the right place. What are we aiming at?
Well, yeah. I think that is a good thing to leave us with. Like, kind of last, you know, that's great advice. I think that you're right, actually, but just crazy for me to say that you're right. But
because she was not thinking.
I wasn't thinking that you were going to be right in this today, but you are.
What made you feel that?
Just your list of things.
That was honestly just the list.
Just your list of things.
She didn't really know
It's a long list. I mean, I have to say, it is a long list.
Yeah.
I put like I didn't put much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fluff to that list.
I think
there is.
Yeah.
It was very GPT coordinated.
Yeah.
And like I haven't refined it, but Roxy asked me, she's like, okay, she like sent me these notes of like all these. I'm like, well, this is really what I look for in another person's like personality. And
then
Having
you open
standards
up
is
that can
good.
of worms, and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
she
shit.
keeps
I got
going.
haters.
But yeah,
I
having
do feel
standards
like
is good.
her going. Sorry,
I'm trying to
her
close
going
it
into
and y'all
that.
keep talking.
No,
Yeah.
that was like a little
Overflowing
scary.
now.
I
Like,
know.
yeah.
But yeah,
Whatever.
so great advice. You're awesome. I think that this was fun. And
Yeah, this is fun.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys for
and
having
being
me.
open and honest. Like this was awesome.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it's like a great
Good.
flow. This
Yeah.
is good.
Maybe you can come on again.
Yeah.
But we
Maybe
won't
you could
shit
be a
all over
special
him the whole
guest.
time.
I
I didn't even shit on him at all.
I'm kidding.
No, like
I don't believe you. You're giving me the vibe that
No,
you
they
were
didn't shit on
talking
you.
shit about
we
Dave.
actually did talk.
Oh,
Like
no.
she was like, I
They
don't
were
want to
talking
hear
a
about
big
the
game, and once
date.
you started actually talking like a human, they probably thought you were a dog.
Yeah, I was like,
coming
oh,
in here.
crap.
Look at all these fucking things.
No, she wouldn't want to
saying
hear
emotional
anything.
maturity. I'm like, right, a man cares about emotional maturity. I'm gonna have to say
Right,
some
man.
words. Yeah. So yeah, that was
She
great.
just thought you were like full of BS, but
Yeah,
like you obviously.
But again,
weren't, and
times in
she
your
did.
life, you guys are kids and we're grown ups. So
you're right. My
Yeah, you're gonna
25
get
years of
there.
age.
in 5 years, you're gonna be like, man, I have
Yeah.
a lot of emotional maturity. This is crazy.
I think I have emotional maturity. That's
Joe
why
and
I'm
Trav
like,
were right this
a man
whole
with
fucking
emotional
time.
maturity is nuts.
I could have just
I do think
could have
you
just
have
settled
a lot of
and been
emotional
happy and have 3 kids and have the life I wanted this whole time. Anyway,
Anyway, thanks, Joe.
thanks guys.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
See ya.